and it's like a foot and a half, you know.
Right.
If you don't get high on that, then it's time to jump on heroin. Give me a call and I'll send you to a dealer in Newark.
Yeah, and it's good. It makes the weed last longer. In my between smoking from joints to those, I don't know what it is, but I get a lot higher on the freeze pipe.
I do 3 hits of the freeze pipe, and I'm right good. I roll a joint and I go outside. I got to be honest with everybody. 3/4 of the joint, I just throw the other piece away. So I'm throwing weed away. So I said, fuck it. Why am I wasting weed? I might as well hit it with the fucking freeze pipe and, you know.
What did we end up doing with that? Remember we had a film canister with all of our roaches at one point that was literally we couldn't close it. Did we give that away? Did we? I forget. We did so much of that stuff. We literally had a film canister filled with roaches.
Dog, I got a box filled with roaches now, but I can't put another roach in there. When I first came from California, I thought I wouldn't get great weed again. So I was like just throwing roaches in this box. One day I looked, it's a fucking box. I'm going to clean it out for the new year and just smoke all that old weed because there's some good fucking weed in there. And now the roaches got hard. Like you can't, they're fucking rock hard with that resin on it. You open those motherfuckers up, put them in a freeze pipe.
It'll be like your Spotify year in review, but it'll just be all the weed you smoked.
That's it. I fucking love it. Man, I had a hard time. There was a point where I couldn't even smoke. If I smoked, my heart would start beating fucking dramatically. And I remember one time, the 4th of July, I took a 10 milligram edible and I went to these people's houses in the afternoon. Dog, I had to leave.
No,
you guys
10
have
milligrams?
no idea how sick I was. You have no idea. My heart would beat like a drum while I was talking to you. It was horrible. I never want to go through that fucking feeling again at what it did to me. So I'm done. But I'm happy that I'm eating edibles now. Like lightly.
Wait.
I'm not back to where we were.
I was going to say, you just said you're done, but you just ate 2 or 3 edibles.
I'm excited because I saw you. You know what I'm saying? I got a flashback. So you got to do what you got to do.
I used to love that. You'd call me at like 3 for an 8 o'clock podcast. You'd be like, we're not taking edibles tonight. We're going to take a little breather. You'd get there at 8 o'clock. You'd beep. I'd let you in. And you just throw edibles. You're like, time to take some edibles. Like, well, we took a 5-hour break. That's all we needed.
That's all
5
we
hours.
But we must have broke a lot of records in California. We broke a lot of records. We surprised a lot of people. A lot of people thought we were fucking around, and we weren't fucking around. We were going deep on a day. People accused me of eating fake edibles. Oh, my God, it was good. You cannot eat those stars. Those are fake stars. Fuck, look at Lee. Lee, it's like COVID. Nobody believed it, but then people fucking, yeah. When people
I was
saw
patient
Sarah
zero.
go down, everybody was patient zero. Ida ended up in the hospital. Fucking Sarah, Tiana, Owen Benjamin, he's still walking. Somebody saw him in fucking Spain the other day walking around asking if he'd get some edibles. Don't eat Joey Diaz edibles. He's like a fucking, I haven't even seen Owen Benjamin.
He got kicked off of everything, I think.
So where is he?
It's like wherever he lives, up in the woods somewhere with his family.
That's crazy that edible fucked him up that much. But that's what those edibles do. They make you see the devil and you change. It's like becoming a born-again Christian. All those born-agains become Christians anyway. They take the taste of cock out of their mouth in L.A. Whenever you see those fucking actors become born-again Christians or Scientologists or some religion, trust me, they're trying to do anything to take this taste of sperm out of their fucking mouth because that producer sperm stays in your mouth for years. Speaking of which, I got to ask you something. I'm a little fucked up from time to time. I wouldn't trust any of my judgment. What do you think about this whole Chris Knott thing? This is fucking disturbing. It disturbs the fuck out of me.
I mean, maybe I don't know what it is. What is
Chris Knott is Mr. Big from Sex and the City. I mean, listen, I don't know him. I never met the guy, but I fucking really sympathize for that guy. You know, we're letting this shit go out of control. And
what did they say he did?
He said that he sexually was inappropriate with 2 women in 2015 and 2001 or something like that. I don't know. Listen, I'm a fucking asshole. I've always been an asshole. I was on coke for years, and that's not an excuse, but it does change your mindset on things. It does make you look at things a little differently when you're high. Anything does. Anything affects your judgment call. So I'm reading this that some chick raised her hand from 2000 and some chick from 2005 or something like that. And I'm like, you know what, man? So 2 anonymous women called into Hollywood Reporter and told them this. That means anybody could call at any time, and your career is ruined. Okay, we didn't look into this. We didn't fucking check the stories out. We didn't give them a lie detector test. We didn't do anything. We just took these women's word. Nah, listen, I'm not putting any women down at all. I have a daughter, I have a wife, and I hope someday my daughter's not in this predicament. But you just could call a fucking Hollywood Reporter and they'll tell the world that you were involved in that, and everybody lets you go. I mean, in his case, his agency, he lost $12 million on a tequila deal. He lost his role on The Equalizer. I mean, they took away his Peloton commercial. They did all this shit. Isn't that a little too fucking rough for somebody who just went on allegations? First of all, this is the United States of America. I don't know nothing about nothing, but this is the United States of America. I'm a tax-paying United States of American. I fucking went to prison. I paid my debts to society. Yes, I have a felony, but that was 20 years ago, so now I have a word again, and I could give my opinions. We fucking fought hard. We did a lot of things for George Washington and Thomas Jefferson and Ben Franklin, all these fucking humps, to write this Constitution. Everybody forgets. I have an accuser. I have the right to face that accuser. I had the fucking right. I don't know what the fuck people have forgotten. You come at me with something like Chris Knott, and I'm going to say the same fucking thing to you. I'll fucking sue the Hollywood Reporter, and I'll sue those two fucking chicks, and that's fine until you're innocent until proven guilty in this fucking country. Last time I fucking checked, I went to prison. I worked through the legal process, and I'm here now, and I'm very fucking proud of that. So I deserve the mouth to talk. I've been through the legal fucking process in this country, and it's a great legal process, and I believe in it 150 fucking %. Yeah, it's got some loopholes, but this is not the American way. I don't believe in cancel culture. I believe in punishing somebody or letting them go away for a year to think about what they did. But who the fuck are you to, punish someone?
It's scary because you're right. You have a daughter, you have a wife. You would want if anything, God forbid, ever happened, you'd want people to listen to them and take their word for it. But it's also it seems like some people, and women probably deal with this too. It's not fair to the other half of that story because no one will see that. I just watched Law and Order last week, and it was this teacher got accused of molesting kids, and it turned out the kids made it up. But they don't hear from that when it gets debunked. It's not as big of a story. We just a comic a week or two ago just got kicked off of a show he had been on for years because of some allegations that who knows if it was true or not. You see his friends online saying it wasn't true, but it's just I wish that the people who really care about this, and there are people for good reasons who care about it, made as big of a deal to make sure that the story gets out. That Dave Portnoy thing happened earlier this year. It is very scary to think that you don't have a chance to defend yourself. I think that's wrong, or at least when you prove your point that it's not publicized in the same way.